What's up, YouTube? This is Damien J. It's the morning drive, and buckle up. We're gonna do a revisit of the good old Fitbit Surge. I've had the Fitbit Surge for 2 months now, and like I've said before in the previous review, I don't like reviews where, first of all, you get somebody who doesn't really care about fitness, they just care about technology, and they go and tell you about all the things that they like and dislike about it, and they don't even, it's like, bro, do you even lift? And they're like, no, I don't. I don't even work out, I just walk around. Which is fine if that's your health goal. If you're a techie and you're into the smartwatch aspect of it, I would just warn you that to enjoy all of the features, you have to have Lollipop or above. I have KitKat on my phone, and this is just for certain Androids. If you actually go to their site, it'll tell you which ones. I have an HTC One Max, so for me, I don't get to use it for like the little messaging updates like that. I just wanted to add a few things of the previous one and maybe give a more PG-13 review, since there were a lot of complaints about the cussing content of the last video. So just wanted to kind of make this for everybody, and it's just a re-review. As I said before, it's a very comfortable watch. It sits here. Some people complain that it's a little too big because it kind of rises up. I don't really have that problem. You know, I'm 5'10". I weigh about, last time I weighed myself was the first of the month, and I weigh 186 pounds right now. So, I mean, it doesn't look small on me. It doesn't look big. I mean, compared to my regular watch, it hangs off about the same size. So that's not too big of a deal. I'd watched another review, and the guy said that you could go swimming in it. I wouldn't recommend it. I know on the website it specifically says not to do that, so I don't know if he actually took a swim in it or not. You know, that's up to him. In CrossFit, we do a lot of, you know, crazy workouts. I'm sure if you're familiar with some of the CrossFit fail videos, you've seen some interesting things where people are throwing around weights and going crazy and throwing things on the ground. Just from my perspective, it's not like that, one, but two, more importantly, I haven't got a single scratch on this thing. I've been doing kettlebell shoulder presses where you actually flip the kettlebell and it'll land on this thing sometimes. I usually try to turn it inside in. Sometimes I forget, or see, outside in, yeah, outside in, you know, right side in, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I do this to it. I turn it around. So, I usually do that. A couple of times I've forgotten, and I can tell you right now, there's not a single scratch on the thing. I'm totally fine with it. Some customization, some people have been asking me on my page and on my Twitter and on my Facebook about it. There's some certain screens that it has on it. It's going to tell you the time, it's going to tell you steps, heart rate, miles, calories, elevation. Those are things that you can swipe left and right to kind of take a look at. There are different views that it'll give you. If you go into your customization on the computer, you can actually add or take away some of these items. For the running, I've taken it running a few times now. I like it. It's pretty neat. It actually keeps your pace, tells you what, you know, speed you're running at. The thing that I don't like about the GPS is that when it transfers to your phone, if you take, let's say you run 1 mile in one direction and then you run that same mile in the exact same place back, it's weird because sometimes the display will tell you that, like in one of the, on one of the lines it'll tell you that you've run 2 miles, but then when you look at the map it tells you that you've only run 1, and then it gives you like this weird pace as if you ran your 2 miles time. It'll give you like your 2 mile time pace for 1 mile, and you'll be like, well, I know I ran it faster than that. So it's kind of weird like that. Sometimes it'll say stuff like that, so you need to watch out for that. As far as exercises go, because there's an exercise function, if you press the button, it actually takes you into another screen. It'll take you to where you can either start your run, and it'll ask you if you're going to do a free run, if you're going to do it on a treadmill. It asks you questions like that. But what I've also noticed is on the exercises, it has a gamut of things that it can do. It says that it'll do your yoga and all that stuff. You can actually go in, once again, customize these things so you're not rifling through a bunch of exercises you don't do. So like on mine, I basically have a workout and weights is basically what I have on there. And obviously run is a built-in feature no matter what. It can't be taken out. Well, maybe it can be, I don't know. I've never tried to take it out. But of those two things, it doesn't have like a CrossFit setting. So for you CrossFitters out there who have been thinking, you know, does it have a CrossFit setting? Is it gonna know? It doesn't. I don't know if that's maybe something they'll add in the future. I didn't try looking that up, but it would be nice to me. It would be really nice if they had that. Just, you know, just something specific to what I do. But so instead, usually what I'll do is I'll either put weights or workout, depending on what kind of stressors they're throwing at us. Like if we're doing a lot of heavy weight that day at CrossFit, I'll go ahead and say weights. If we're doing more of just like a cardiovascular WOD where that's the main focus, rather than gymnastics or heavy weights, I'll actually put that in instead. So I'll just put in a plain workout instead. So so far so good with it. Like I said, I'm really loving the features on it. I enjoy it a lot. I don't know if I would raise it from my 4-star setting, but you know, to be honest with you guys, the other question that has come up a lot is people have asked me, you know, have I tried like the Nike Fuel Band and you know, the Jawbone and all those things. Honestly, I haven't. I've been really so happy with the form and function of this. It's simple to me. I like the way they're built. I like the company. I love the app. You know, I'm not one of those people that has to have all the Apple stuff. So, you know, it's not important to me. So honestly, I haven't tried any other ones, so I don't really have a basis to tell you. But as far as a person who's bought Fitbit products in the past, I can definitely tell you that this is the best one. Another thing that I really like about it, I was telling a buddy of mine the other day, is that it doesn't feel dirty like the Force did. I don't know why, and maybe it was because it was the color, because I got like that blue, but every time it was on me, it always felt dirty. Like this, I just wipe off. Obviously, I'm not taking it in the shower with me because I like to take hot showers every once in a while, and I don't want to wreck it. Even though it does have that, you know, that water, I wouldn't say waterproof, water resistant type feature to it. So, so far so good with that. I enjoy it. It's been really good where my calories, helping me count my macros. The last month I've actually lost some weight from, and honestly, I think it's from the challenges. I'm telling you, if you get to a weekend where you guys are feeling like, hey, you know, I don't really feel like up to doing anything this weekend, definitely grab somebody off of your friends list who has a higher number than you, and throw them a challenge. Because I'm telling you what, on that week that I did the challenge with my friend who went to Disney, and she was walking like crazy at Disney, like her regular week steps weren't really huge, and then that weekend they blew up, and it really kind of forced me to get off my butt, and I was walking around. I was taking 20,000 steps a day, where normally I only take about 10 to 15. And then during the week where she's normally kind of lower, she stepped her game up incredibly. Like she was on a day where she would normally take maybe, you know, 7,500 steps, she was taking, goodness, I mean, I think she was taking up to 15,000 steps. So she like doubled her steps every day. You know, she beat me on the weekend. She beat me on a daily challenge. She didn't beat me on the weekly, but it's fun. It's friendly competition. You can razz each other on it too. You can send messages. So you know, some people have asked if they could add me. Absolutely, by any means. It's Damien J, one word, at Gmail. Don't spam me because I'm just gonna throw you my spam box. But definitely send me a Fitbit invite if you need the motivation. I'm more than happy to walk with you. Today, gosh, it's almost noon, and I'm sitting on 7,500 steps. So, you know, I'm always down for the challenge. It helps me out because some days I just don't feel like walking around. I don't feel like being active, and I'll look at, I'll look on the app and somebody's smoking me. Oh, updates too on the battery life. The battery life hasn't changed. Battery life is still sitting at about 4 days. It hasn't gotten any better, even on days when I'm not doing challenges and I'm not even really paying attention to it that much. It's still like today. Yeah, today the battery's almost dead, and we're sitting on day 4. And the easy evidence I can show you of that, like I said in the other video, I don't need to validate myself, but if you become a friend of mine on Fitbit, you'll notice, because you can kind of see everybody's sleep cycle on there, you'll notice every 4 days there's a drop where you don't see what my sleeping schedule was like, because I plug it in when I go to bed. Now, people have also asked me how long it takes to charge. When it's empty, I found, like, if I charge it on my computer on a 1 amp cord, or on a 1 amp outlet, it usually takes about 4 hours to charge. And I usually, when I'm home, I have a 4-bank charger that's plugged into my surge protector that's by my bed, and it has 2 2.1 slots and 2 1 amp slots. And when I plug it into the 2 amp slot, it usually takes about 2 hours. I've had to charge it in a hurry a couple of times because it was dying. I wish it was cheaper to get that proprietary cord. I wish they would have went with, like, the micro USB that everybody has now, or if you're an Apple person, even you guys, maybe make a Lightning option for the Apple users. Even though I think if you have an Apple phone, it doesn't matter anymore. I think Apple has their wearable, and they're in direct competition, so they're not having that like that. I guess they took the Fitbit compatibility off of it. I'm not sure. If you have an Apple, phone, please feel free to, drop a comment and tell us about it. But otherwise, the charging it's okay. I mean, it's a little inconvenient. I like the old one because it was pretty much every Sunday I would charge it. On my old one, I would charge it every Sunday. I haven't seen any updates on the colors. It looks like they're still just in that slate, and they're in black. I know they were promising us blue and red there for a while. I would love a blue and red band. I don't know if they're ever going to do that, so it'd be nice if they did. I wish they would go that direction. But that's the 2-month update on the Fitbit Surge. Hopefully I didn't cuss. I'm so used to it that I might have did it and not noticed. Just so that you family-friendly people, I got a lot of people who are upset by the language. You got to understand, this is the morning drive. I will cuss, but I'll try to tone that down whenever I'm doing a review of something. They're called rants for a reason. When people rant, they tend to have a bit of a potty mouth. Like I said, any other questions about it, I've been answering them as they come. I'd be more than happy to answer any other questions you have about the Fitbit Surge. Please subscribe please subscribe, and like I said, goodness gracious, I'm getting tongue-tied. If you got any comments, please leave them down below. Follow me on Twitter at DamienJ, and that's all I got for you today on the Morning Drive.